guys, it's Main here, back again with another IE review. Today we have Balu. I'm not Balu. His character name is not Balu in Twitch chat. I'm not Balu. Anyways, here we are in the IE review for this man. We're just gonna dive right into it. He's a World 6 gamer. At the end of World 6, doesn't have all the Eclipse skulls for World 6, so I recommend doing that. As with most people at this stage of the game, get on your mini boss farming, killing Dr. Defecus every single day, stacking as much Bonjo Pickles as you possibly can, getting Baba Yaga up a lot more into like the 5-10,000s of Baba Yaga kills. If you can do Baba Yaga like every hour, even like twice, 3 times a day, you can get this number up a lot and get more multi-kill per tier across all of your worlds to help you generally progress. I would also recommend trying to do Eclipse Skulls. I would absolutely recommend trying to do your Super Chows on your Blood Berserker or Deathbringer. Your second Deathbringer if you have 2, your first Deathbringer if you only have 1. Getting the 100 mil kills so you can get the Super Chows done. But generally trying to get to 1 billion kills across all the mobs in Spirited Valley, just so you can get the Eclipse Skulls done and grind it out. Cool. Okay. Good enough on that. Pretty simple advice, but something Balu said in chat is that TD is not bad. I don't know if that's a direct quote, but I'm pretty certain he said something along the lines of that. Oh no, he said, I hope we get more tower defenses. That's a heinous, diabolical statement. So obviously we have to check his worship. And for someone that really likes tower defense, I truly don't believe you like tower defense. Why are you advocating for more TDs if you've neglected it yourself, man? That's crazy work. Anyways, I think you should do a pass on your tower defense towers and just get higher levels across this. Like a level 130 Clash of Cans is actually kind of ridiculous. You can get this way higher, I imagine. I mean, let me just briefly glance at your buildings. Yeah, you can get this higher. Equinox? I mean, yeah, I think you can get that higher. Absolutely. Okay, but I mean, while we're here on Equinox, you should hard focus trying to upgrade Equinox symbols from here on out until it's max level at 18. And when you get another max level from Endless Summoning, max it out to 19. This is like the best upgrade in Equinox. 100% spend all your time and devotion here. Really important. Okay, stamps wise, stamps at 14,000. Pretty good. Unlocked talent today. Perfect. Okay. Multi-tool at 230, Medibag at 410, Mason Jar 116, doing pretty good. As always, keep trying to progress Mason Jar stamp up to like the 150s, honestly. Using 90% cost reduction if you really have to, being active on ES, trying to grind this out. The more carry capacity, the better your account just feels, because being able to fit more stuff in your bags just makes things feel a lot better. So getting Mason Jar stamp up is probably your next big goal. The gold food effect stamp, you can definitely get this up another few levels as well. Going on DK, active grinding on board beans as usual is the good old placement. But you can also go on ES active farm the glassy shards, whatever you want, or use some candy, whatever works to your preference. But yeah, just grinding these 2 stamps out is pretty good. Probably what you want to focus on right now. And also maybe consider focusing on the mining efficiency or a chopping efficiency stamps. These are really low cost tools. They just cost a lot of money. So if you haven't already, maybe consider doing some Gmush farming on Death Note to get more money percent, so you can worry about upgrading these stamps here, because the big factor is not necessarily the resource cost, because you can fit a lot of these in here, but it's just the money. Like getting into not tidal coins, arboreal coins or something, whatever those purple ones are, is going to be the limiting factor for upgrading the stamp. It's actually a decent source of mining efficiency to kind of scale out of. Additionally, if you're looking to get some skill efficiency, doing some statue farming again a little bit further. As you mentioned, you already want to be on the grind for the gold food, or sorry, not the gold food. Chat, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, the gold food stamp. If you're on the grind for the gold food stamp, you may as well farm some World 1 statues. Getting more mining power is obviously really good. Dragon Warrior statue, I want to see this at like 150. So spending more characters, AFK and Cavern 9, to grind the statue out to 150 should be your immediate short-term goal. I'd also recommend trying to do some gold cheese farming in World 3. So again, taking your DK, going to blood bones and active crystal farming on them to get as much gold cheese as you can and distribute that amongst your characters so you have more shrine AFK level up rate. And you also don't have gold cheese on your character, so I highly recommend trying to do that and sticking them all in the same world so you can level up your shrines. Your tools are also a little bit all over the place. I'd highly recommend trying to get your tools up. Your splicers should be all into World 4 at this point. Your tool should be at the very least in Marbaglass gear, if not pushing into God Shard gear. So if you don't have the skill levels, make sure to level that up. I also want to see you trying to grind out into God Shard traps, into God Shard skulls, so you can get AFK and drop chance across all of your characters. Really, really important to do that. So again, how do you get the skull levels? How do you get worship levels? Doing your tower defense. Clash of Clans is something you should absolutely do. It gives you the most skill EXP for leveling up worship. So absolutely recommend trying to do that. And obviously, the splicers just take a little bit of time, just doing some active farming or candying on your ES is what I recommend. And the traps, again, trying to do a skill EXP snapshot for V-Man is what I recommend. So make sure you have the Maestro Transfusion, you have the Prayer for skill EXP gain, as much skill EXP, gold cheese, the golden ham, gold food as much as you can, as much gold food effect as you can, to help give you more skill EXP, to give you more trap EXP, so you can level up all of your characters. I'm putting nature traps on your V-Man, so you can snapshot the EXP and collect that. As we learned earlier, base critters also give you a bunch of EXP for trapping, so make sure you have Goosey Glug at level 13, you have shiny pets leveled up to level 13, sorry, not to level 13, but shiny pets leveled up for base critters. Doing more farming gives you base critters because of the crop depot increase, to help give you some more EXP as well. I mean, with 35 base critters, that's actually really good. You can definitely level your characters up to 120 trapping relatively easily. Probably take you a few weeks, if not like a month. Even on 20-hour traps, nature traps, using the trapping vacuum thing from Rift to collect that passively every single day will help you level up your character's level 120 trapping to be able to equip royal traps or God Shard traps. Cool. Okay, moving on from that, let's look at your bubbles. Bubbles are pretty good. I'd push these up to 1,000, the multiplier bubbles here. I would also, again, I would really aim to try to get Carpenter the no bubble left behind range, or sorry, get into 100 million resource cost. So use your atoms on some of the other bubbles, or using bargain tags on some of the other bubbles that are not salt related costs. So for example, Britley Spears, using bargain tags on Britley Spears to upgrade this to get it past the 100 mil resource cost, getting it over level 200, so you have more of a chance to hit Carpenter. Look at your bubbles that are pre-World 6 that are less than level 200 and try to upgrade them so it has the increased chance for Carpenter to get hit by no bubble left behind, so you can eventually get this up to 100 million resource costs. This is a really good bubble to use your atoms on to get you more build rate. This gives you a ton of build speed, so the faster you can atom this, the more construction is going to go by and kind of zoom past for you. So using atoms on things like level up gift, on lotto skills, on multi-logo, on little big damage, on really smart, on big meaty claws, quick slap, name I guess. These ones are all level 200 and stand in the way of Carpenter getting hit by no bubble left behind. Something you may also want to consider, since you have Barley Brew at level 13, you can go into your lab and move your characters away from the vial doubler. This vial doubler actually decreases the resource cost of your bubbles in Alchemy. So if you deactivate this, this will make the resource cost of those bubbles go higher. Potentially, you can get Carpenter into atom range because that vial is already 13. So move your characters off that node in lab, and potentially Carpenter could be in the 100 mil resource cost, maybe. Such that way you can just start atoming it. Okay, sigils wise, I'd highly recommend trying to get Dreamcatcher up to iodize, getting Div Spiral up to the piss color, and also Peculiar Vial is really good. Garlic Glove, as we mentioned in the previous reviews, is obviously really good. Jade Coin is something maybe consider doing. Jade Coin's obviously good, but there's other ones you want to focus on right now. So Dreamcatcher, Garlic Glove, Peculiar Vial, Div Spiral, really, really good ones. How your printer's doing? You're 40 billion. I mean, I don't know if you recently reprinted, but there's a gold relic at 2.45. Maybe consider doing your reprints, because you can probably get this into the hundreds of billions, so you can get more atom generation. How's your atom collider though? This is here at level 30. I would try to max out neon, because it'll make helium a little easier to upgrade. I also highly recommend maxing out the auction, so you get more library checkout speed. Really, really important. Trying to get this up to 30. Gives you a little bit of extra library checkout speed. It just makes it easier to get to 20 books every single day. You want to push the 20 book time down below an hour. So when the new master classes come out, you're not waiting days on days on days to get those books up to 299. Also, if we do get more increases to max talent level, it will make that less of a pain to do. Also, getting Neon up will make the resource cost of all atoms go down. So that means helium would be easier to upgrade. So instead of it taking 103 days, it may take 40 or something, you know? Refinery, always look to try to upgrade red salts. Keep trying to upgrade red salts. You want to get these into like the thousands of levels in like a year. So you can get the vials up to 13. That's the inevitable goal. But Refinery, keep on it. If you have Doot, try to claim AFK hours in your character to progress Refinery because of Omnifau. If you don't have Doot, maybe consider doing the whole Pocket Divinity, so you can link your characters to Omnifau, Arctis, Goat God, whatever, to try to progress that as well. There's contour bonus. Oh, okay, you have Omnifau. Maybe consider relinking from Harry up into Arctis. I mean, the 3x Prince is nice, but at this stage of the game, it's not really that necessary. So I would change it from Harry up to either Goat God so you can get the AFK gains, or Harry up into Arctis. It's just nice. I would recommend Arctis so you can guarantee everyone at the base has the minimum talent levels from Arctis, and then having your characters individually linked to the gods that you'd prefer. So like Nobasect, for example, for pushing, or Goat God, or having one character per meep. Yeah, just having everyone in lab is just nice so you can get out of it. Slab. Okay, talking about Slab, you have a few things I see here that you can craft. You have a few easy quests that you can go do. Like, you don't have the Glumly token? That's crazy. I mean, the food trophy, that's something you can probably do. These bags here you can do. The dungeon weapons you can do. The jar you can do, the Cowboy Gallonier you can do. Any craftable ones? I mean, some of these are just World 6 hats. This is craftable. The Sanic Ring, that actually should be really easy. I would either go on Bubo and equip the star sign for Sanic Ring, and just kill a bunch of mobs. You need to have the star sign active. It does not work if you have infinite star signs. Just equip it and just go kill mobs. Farming is looking okay. Pretty high. I mean, your night market's looking good. If you're looking to push crops, I would recommend probably getting biology boost up a little bit. Again, smarter seeds up a little bit. More growth speed's always nice. So you can, when you do reset your crops, you go trade in your beans. This will make the start a little bit less painful. Our post a video for how to reset is Trial Pair's video on how to reset. It's really, really good. So I recommend trying to do that and trying to upgrade nutritious soil a little bit. Looks like you're farming gemstones, I guess. Oh, it reminds me, I should probably check my gemstones. Nothing unfortunate. But yeah, looks like you're just farming gemstones right now, which is highly recommend trying to do that. You don't you want to get each gemstone up to 5k. So again, not 5k percent, but like 5k found, 5k total gemstone level that you can see here. Right now I'm at 20k. You want to get up to like 5k at the very least. 10k would be preferable, that we can kind of go and grind to get to the higher floors. Getting to mastery 3 is really important. So really, really recommend trying to upgrade your gemstones here to 5k so you have enough stealth at the very least to push the floors. So getting aquamarine is really important. Getting the starites really important. Getting moissanite eventually is going to be really, really important. I recommend getting it to 10k so you can kind of like future proof yourself. Getting into mastery 3, you can push a little bit, but 10k is definitely a really good stopping point to worry about the other gemstones. The door damage also as well is really, really important. You don't need this many nunchucks because I mean, realistically, a lot of your characters shouldn't shouldn't be pushing. I would recommend having still like 3 or 4 characters set to double lotus flowers. You want 4 characters to essentially be like mules. You want them to be the support characters. So those 4 characters are going to be basically useless in sneaking, and the other 6 characters are going to be your main pushers. So 4 double lotus flowers right here, and then the other characters having a mix of rosary and veil. Those give you the highest, and you don't even have veils actually. Do you even know about this? So this is the ideal setup if you're trying to push, because this multiplies your stealth values together. So if I look at this character, for example, so Manahoy is the character I'm on right now. So with the double lotus flower that I'm on right now, you see my stealth is 8.3 Q right now. If I put on the veil and rosary, see my stealth value is at 340 QQQ. Okay, 340 QQQ with veil and rosary. If I instead do just veil, rosary and rosary, I'm now at 4.3 QQQ. So I dropped 360 QQQ from unequipping the veil. The veil is incredibly important. It is a huge multiplier for sneaking percent. So this is the meta if you're trying to push. And then having 3 or 4 characters on double lotus flower is ideal, so you can increase the stealth value even further. So in short, what this does, 2 rosaries or 2 veils, these add their multipliers together. Like these act as the same bucket of multipliers. So these will be 10.49 plus 10.52. It will not be 10.52 times 10.49. You'll basically only be getting a 20x or 21x multiplier. If you combine a rosary and a veil, it will be 17.16 times 10.49. Fun fact. And the lotus flowers act as a separate multiplier. So these add together, all of these will multiply this and will multiply that. So that's how you get really high, really high stealth values on your character if you're trying to push sneaking. That's honestly probably going to push you through Mastery 2 if you grind out a few more gemstones. I don't see you have any rosaries on your character, or sorry, any veils in your inventory. You know, bomb and lotus, it does not work the same way with bomb and lotus. You want 2 lotus flowers because they don't stack the same way as a veil rosary does. They stack additively amongst all the bombs, all the lotuses. So you want double lotus flower on your characters. Okay, nature traps. I mean, what else have I not touched on? I'm not even sure. You need divine scarves on your characters. Where are your divine scarves? They're nowhere. Divine scarves, get on it. I don't even know. Yeah, I mean, just generally, statue farming, get on it. Get on higher Dragon Warrior statue, get it to 150. Stamps, Mason Jar stamp, Gold Food Effect stamp, mining efficiency, catching efficiency, or chopping efficiency, catching, all that stuff. Get those skill efficiency ones up. You can maybe get some Essence Gen up as well, and if you're struggling, Crop Evo chance. Yeah, you can definitely get this one up as well with a 60 or 90% cost reduction and a Gilded Stamp. Highly recommend trying to do that. Cooking, I don't really talk about cooking. Where are you at right now? You're still 100 meals, okay. A ribbon on cabbage as always, a ribbon on burned marshmallow, really good. A ribbon on the peach ring, really, really good. And also, you know, summoning EXP is really good. Farming EXP is really good. As we talked about it a lot, farming EXP, the higher level of farming you are, it increases your stealth because of the land rank. It also increases meal cooking speed because of burned marshmallow. So really, really good to try to get up there. Owl, definitely do some mega feather farming. 9 mega feather is pretty pitiful. You can definitely get like 30, not 30. You can probably get like 20 to 30% more drop rate from owl alone if you focus on it a little bit more. Like getting into like 13 mega feather, 14, 15 even is really, really good for your account. So you can get really high drop rate. Speaking of AFK idle clickers, how's 6 mega fish? Yeah, you can probably get some more. You can probably eke out some more AFK gain by focusing on the clicker mechanic as well in World 2. Okay, I'll go ahead and stop there, I think. I mean, can you think of anything else you want me to talk about, Balu? Anything in particular you need a little bit of pointers on? No ketchup stamp is really unfortunate. Yeah, true. And again, as the other people, if you're not progressing the shrines, I would highly recommend trying to progress the shrines. Everything except primordial, that's just a pain. But getting these up to level 200 is going to give you more build rate because of construction mastery in the rift. Every 15 building levels that you get gives you a multiplier to build speed. So it's incredibly important you worry about getting total levels of construction so you can actually grind that out. Should I finish bravery grinding to 10k then grind dragon statue? Yeah, you can get bravery up to 10k then worry about dragon statue. Speaking about that, let's take a look. So bravery up to 10k is fine. Yeah, I recommend doing that, and then go for 24k injustice, or 10k bravery, dragon warrior statue, 24k injustice is what I recommend. Yeah, 10k is really important for bravery. I would also just generally recommend trying to get your skill levels across your account higher. So grinding out mining, chopping, catching, and fishing up to higher levels. The reason I mention that is because of the measure bonus here. This sword damage from bravery not only scales by you leveling up the bonus, but it also scales off of skill account level. So the more levels that you get in your account, just across all the skills, is going to give you more bravery sword damage, which means you can progress bravery even farther. So leveling up your skills is really important because it helps increase the sword damage. Getting to level 10,000 hours in bravery gives you the 10 extra rethrows. It gives you a ton of damage as well. Yeah, sure. NG20, 10. You got good levels across the board. Okay. I have 10k. The thing that's important about justice is once you get to 24,000 hours, you get 2 more mental health and 2 more dismissals. That is insanely powerful and can almost guarantee you get into like 60 plus cases every single time, which is going to mean you're going to get more monument AFK gain. It's going to mean you get more justice bonus multi found, which justice bonus multi doesn't really work right now. But when it does, it's going to be absolutely huge for grinding out the other monuments because it's going to scale monument AFK gain from justice. It's really, really important. All right, cool. How can I get more Divinity EXP to level 150 on everyone? There's this. This is really good. There's also the sigil for Divinity EXP, as I mentioned already. There's not a whole lot of sources. One little trick with Divinity EXP. So generally speaking, Divinity EXP isn't really affected by a whole lot. Like if you get skill EXP in here, it doesn't do anything. But the one thing that does affect it is actually the Biggie Hours card. So there is a chance you could claim double AFK, which applies the EXP gain when you collect AFK time on Divinity. So if you equip this card and chip double it, you can get double the EXP from Divinity, which makes it easier to level up. Also, if you are trying to push, I would recommend trying to push God ranks because the more God ranks you have, the more Divinity EXP you get. So yeah, cool. Okay, we'll go ahead and stop there, my guys. It's been fun. Balu, thank you for the account. I will see you guys on YouTube in the next video. So have a great day.